Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, we find ourselves right in the center of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Arlington and AT&T Stadium. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. First carry now. This is Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Partner, I know we're supposed to be impartial and not root, but be honest. Weren't you excited for the opportunity for David Johnson of Arizona to have 100 yards from scrimmage in each and every game this year?
Yeah, NFL record 15 straight games at the century mark. Disappointingly, though, couldn't get that clean sweep. Just 44 yards in the Cardinals' finale after he was forced to exit with a knee injury.
But how about the way he broke out in 2016? One of the stars of the future in the NFL.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go. Wide, 18.
On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. And here's a look at the starting offense. Second down following the incompletion.
Let's go.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now Palmer is going to find his running back. It's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Randy Gregory entered the league with people excited about his pass rushing skills. They continue to stay excited about his potential.
And Nelson's got it here right side. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
First down, it's Palmer. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down. Second and 10. It's Palmer again. Screen play. Johnson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Here's Palmer to throw. It's caught. Nelson. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go.
They'll throw on 1st down here with Palmer. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Here comes the D swarming to the line. It's Palmer. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
They come up in an offset eye. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, I know you call the play-by-play, but you know your ball. If I throw these numbers at you, all right, 6 yards shy of 2,000 of total yards from scrimmage for a rookie running back. What do you think?
Sounds like me in high school.
Sounds like you doing it, right?
It's really fascinating at what he was able to do. The thing for me, though, he did that as a rookie. Where do you go from here? I mean, can you keep going up from those numbers your sophomore campaign?
I think that you can. He's had examples of that preceding him in the NFL. Some guys who are in the Hall of Fame right now. He had 16 total touchdowns because it's not just his ability to run it. He can catch it out of the backfield as well. No one plays harder than this guy does, down in and down out. I think he's just going to keep getting better.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Second down, Prescott. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Prescott now on second down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. Incomplete. Oh, well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No, let's
you know
go.
I like to do that
Let's
randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm when they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they've been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year, they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it. Palmer. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Palmer. Screen play, Johnson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 59 yards. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they...
Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Let's go!
Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it'll be a Dallas first down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Let's go!
A second down throw for Prescott. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A glance back at 2016 for Dez Bryant. 50 receptions, under 800 yards, had 8 touchdowns. What do you make of the season that Dez had?
Well, remember, it started with Dez injured, so it took a little while for him to get started. I'm going to make a bold prediction for you. Would not shock me at all if he doubled his catch number next year and darn near doubled his receiving yardage total. Because if he's healthy all year long, they're going to want to take some pressure off of the run game themselves, and Dak Prescott in his second season should be that much more confident throwing it downfield.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Calais Campbell in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Prescott now on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
They'll run with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Well, you know something, hard work and incredible efficiency does pay off, and that's Larry Fitzgerald of Arizona. 107 catches. I thought he's supposed to be getting old.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Looking to throw. Prescott escaping the pressure right. Bryant with a catch right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant, 41 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Second and 10. It's Palmer again. Surveying the field. He's going to let it go again. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On third down, Palmer. He's going to go up top again. And now this one's intercepted. A third interception for Palmer. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Following the interception, here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, it's Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And now a high kick trying to pin them back. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed.
David Johnson on his way. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone. They attempted the fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know that's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Flex round! Flex round!
Prescott on first down. Caught left side, Williams. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Cole Beasley, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Marcus Golden in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Second down, Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A first down carry here for Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. To throw is Palmer. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits.
David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 77 yards. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. It was 3rd and medium. They popped the short pass, looking to pick up the first, accomplish that mission, and then they accomplished a lot more on that mission all the way for the score.
Let me focus in on one word you used, pop, right? They popped the short pass, and then what happened after that? They popped the big run. Because now, once he caught it, didn't have anyone else in the vicinity to bring him down, and he takes off, and he kept going. Nice gutsy call, even better execution.
Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. And quickly, they get to the line.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
In motion left comes Bryant. Here's Prescott. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback.
On the left side, he finds Beasley. 11 yards for number 11.
No matter how you evaluate quarterbacks, at some point arm strength is going to come into the conversation. I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw on the out route.
Come on, let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Come on, let's
Halfback
go!
sent in motion.
Brad 38! Ohio!
Prescott now on 2nd down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll give the Cardinals a 1st down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
All right, say it with me now. There's a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it, has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch. Most players will tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Johnson, and he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Let's go.
Here's Palmer. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They run with a fullback Smith, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A gain of 3, second down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And as the fourth quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
Flex round.
Prescott to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime? Have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Let's go.
He's back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Get ready.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Here we go. It's Palmer on fourth down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game.
Flex round. Flex round. Let's go.
Now the backup, Darren McFadden. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.